This cricket. Hey Aries, welcome to Pear Potato Tarot. Thank you for clicking on the video, visiting my channel. If any parts of the message resonates, please feel free to like, comment, as well as subscribe. Will never profess to be the best card reader on any social media platform. However, I do know how to read cards and I am usually on point. So please don't ask about divine feminines, divine masculines, plural spell work, or any of that other tarot bullshit. My readings are for informative purposes only and not to be taken as medical and or legal advice. I do read my cards literally as well as the energy. So the story does always reveal itself. Please remember, energy is not gender specific. It can refer to you, someone you know, someone you have known, or someone you will know. I am politically incorrect and brutally blunt, and so if at any point during this message you are offended, sorry in advance, and not my, hey Anita, and not my intention. So this is going to be for the sign of Aries. Aries, what I got for you was thou shalt not. It's good to see you. Thank you for finding me. Yeah, you know the drill, Anita. After this reading, of course you can. At the end of this reading, rather. But what I'm getting for Aries for the month of April is somebody wants your position, only they can't fill your shoes. So this is like somebody is trying to take your spot, meaning this could be romantically, this could be professionally, this could be in any, capacity. Somebody wants to take your spot. However, they're not able to fill your shoes. So meaning, say somebody wants your person, okay, and you've gotten your person accustomed to a certain lifestyle, a certain way of living, a certain standard of life. So this person thinks that they're going to come in and they're just going to swoop in and take your person and everything. However, once they get your person, or once they get a chance to shoot their shot, they fall woefully short they fall woefully short in being able to, satisfy or fulfill your person. So your person kind of like, even if your person was distracted and or fooled or was scandalous enough to go someplace else, like as soon as they went over there, they immediately saw the difference between you and them and they wanted to come back to you. Or if this is, like say a professional situation and say you weren't appreciated at the job, or, your employers basically, thought that, they could find someone else, confirmation, they could find someone else to, fulfill the job duties and job roles that you had. And maybe this is some, maybe they thought that they could hire somebody, at a cheaper rate or, at less pay, and expected to get the same productivity or the same quality of work that they got out of you. They're going to be disappointed because that's not going to happen. Somebody talked themselves up. Somebody led somebody to believe that they were the perfect candidate, the perfect person, the perfect partner, the perfect something. And when it came time for this person to produce, or for them to show, or for them to basically walk the talk, they weren't able to do it. So this is kind of like, somebody has been able to coast through, somebody has the gift of gab, so somebody could talk a really good game, talk about what they could do, talk about who they were, talk about this, talk about that, and they would talk so good and so smooth that people actually believe, that this person was what they said that they were. And so this could be a situation where somebody is like, okay, all right, I hear you talking, I hear you this. All right, so you know what? Here, I'm going to give you this opportunity. Here, take this and go get it. Once given the opportunity, they couldn't do it. Somebody couldn't put numbers on the board. Somebody couldn't make some shit shake, or somebody couldn't, somebody was not that person. Somebody was not who they claimed to be, or somebody could not fulfill a role that they claimed that they could fulfill. Somebody could not hold up their end of the bargain. I'm also hearing somebody couldn't come up with the money. So this could be a situation where somebody yesed you to death and said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Of course I can get the money. Of course I can get this. Of course I can pay for this. Of course I can take care of this. But somebody was just talking somebody to death. Perhaps they were trying to impress someone. And, this person, was expecting for you to pull through, or you were expecting for somebody else to pull through, and they did not, So that is really what I'm getting for the month of April. Is that a lot of phonies are going to be found out. So, you know, if this is somebody who basically said that they could move mountains, or they could do this, or they could do that, once given the opportunity, they couldn't make things happen the way that they said that they could, or, you know, this is like, you know, somebody who could bake cakes, is a great baker, right? And so they go around and they say, you know, what a great baker they are, and nobody can outbake them, and nobody's bread is as fluffy as their bread, and you know, and they have the best prices or whatever. And so lo and behold, somebody comes up, or somebody comes out of the woodwork, and they bake better bread, or they bake better cakes, or you know, their product is better, or you know, somebody went into business with someone because they led them to believe that they would be able to elevate their business. They'd be able to bring in clientele. They would be able to bring in more money. You know, that there was something that they would be able to provide, and you know, somebody gave them that opportunity, and it just simply did not happen like that. This person could not. They just could not perform. They could not do what they claimed to be able to do. And so that is, you know, what it is. All right, what do we have for Aries? Awesome. Okay. Okay. Also, you could be wondering whether or not somebody is transsexual or not. So this could be someone who got a hell of an operation, but it's just something about this person that kind of gives away the fact that they possibly could have been a different gender. Also, there's something where somebody could be wondering if somebody is actually gay. Whenever I pull this card gives somebody is on the down low, or somebody's sexuality is being questioned and they don't know what to say, or somebody's trying to deny it, or, you know, yeah. Somebody's name could be Peter. April 6th could be significant. Somebody could have gotten caught with someone, with a transsexual as well. Yeah, somebody meets somebody at the hotel. 2. This doesn't necessarily have to be a LGBTQ. This is just somebody meets somebody at the hotel, the mosey wosey. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, somebody's also trying to blend in. Somebody's trying to hide. Somebody's trying to be like incognito out here. Okay. This is what I have for you, Aries. All right, so okay, Aries, I do get that somebody could be questioning somebody's sexuality. So this is giving like somebody will talk somebody to death, like, yeah, girl, oh, you know what? When I get you, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. Like, you know, somebody could be overtly sexual with someone. Someone could, you know, that could be, you know, all somebody talks about or thinks about with someone is like some type of sex. But I'm getting that somebody is very overtly sexual to try to hide the fact that they could be possibly on the down low. So this is like, oh yeah, when I get you, we're going to do this, and I'm going to do this to you, and I'm going to rock your world, and I'm going to give you all this dick, and I'm going to do da-da-da-da-da-da. And so, you know, you get into the situation with this person. Y'all at the hotel, like, look you in the bed like, what's up? Like, when we going to get to it? And he's standing at the door giving you 1,001 excuses why his damn pants ain't came off yet. somebody basically, you know, talks that talk to basically try to hide the fact that they are on the down low. Period. And it could be to a point now where you can't deny it, or, you know, for a minute, you know, somebody was able to, you know, why to tie you and keep you at bay and keep you guessing. But now it's like to the point where you basically, you can't deny it, or it's evident, or, you know, it's something. Somebody is very sexual and everything, you know, like over the phone, or somebody is very, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody talks a good game. Somebody talks a good game. But now that you are face to face with this person, and now that you have this person, you know what I'm saying, in that situation, and it's just you and them alone, and you know what I mean, and you're ready to get down with the get down. He's basically chickening out. He has like I said, 1,000,001 reasons why he hasn't come over to take your clothes off, and you know, all this. Somebody all of a sudden wants to talk, or this could be a situation where, you know what I'm saying, they all of a sudden pick a fight with you, or, you know, something to that effect. Somebody is definitely being called to the carpet. Somebody is going to be flat out asked this month, like, are you gay? Or are you bisexual? Or, you know, something to that. Something about spitting too. Somebody could question somebody and they could get real ignorant, very indignant, like to the point where like somebody could put hands on somebody, like spit on somebody, like be, you know, basically they're so outraged and so whatever that you would have the nerve to ask them or question them about their sexuality. Somebody could have like buck teeth or very prominent front teeth. You hear that? Also, somebody is on the whatever, and so somebody gets a little afternoon. I did say that somebody could be dealing with a transsexual. Somebody does meet their secret tranny lover at the hotel. Somebody got a great operation. This person looks like a woman. However, this person could still have their lady and their man parts. They could have their lady and their man parts still. But whatever this is a secret. Also, somebody takes, okay, this is also a situation where somebody could have wined and dined someone and led them to believe that they were their only one, or they could be together, or they were going to be together, that they were going to have a life together. Somebody could, you know, like have gone. So this could be a situation where somebody got involved with someone and didn't tell this person that they were already in a relationship, or they were already, you know, tied up or committed someplace else. And so basically they played the role like, you know, hey, Miss Vanderbilt, hey, what is it, Vaisha? Is there free reading? If you are around at the end, I will allow you to ask me a question. Didn't I just give you a reading, Sunny Hoes, about a pay? I did. You asked me that the other day. But somebody, you know, basically play the role like, so this could be a situation where somebody tells somebody, well, you know, yeah, technically I have a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, but we're not happy, or we're not together, or we live separate lives, or, you know what I mean, she's okay with what I do, and we know what each other does, blah, 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 blah. You know, we're just there for the kids, or we're just there, you know, or I'm working on leaving, I'm working on, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be me and you right now. It is, right? You know, eventually it'll be just you and me, and somebody is just like, they ate it up for a minute, but now it's like, months later, years later, or whatever, and somebody is still asking, like, well, when is it going to be us? Like, somebody does not mind spending their money. So this is somebody who has a third party somewhere, and they lavish their third party and give some money. They have no problem spoiling their person. But the caveat to that is you can get all this person's money, but you'll never be able to get the commitment that you want out of this person, because they can't give it to you, or they won't leave. They can't leave for whatever the reason. It's something that is keeping that person from being with you. And that's just what it is. So basically, you can stay and you can live lavishly. You can have money. You can live comfortably. However, you're going to be doing this, without the security of a commitment, or, possibly, playing a third party for the duration of, if he's going to initiate. All right, we'll see, mommy. You made me forget what I was going to say. But they'll give you everything, but that's all that it's going to be. Okay, so somebody basically told you that they could be the man for you. They were going to leave, such and such, or, put their energies where they fit. That this person was going to, they were working on coming to you, and it's just, a matter of circumstances why you guys couldn't be together. But, trust them. You're working, they're working on it, and blah, 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 blah. And now it's years gone by, and it's still the same shit. And somebody is kind of like, yeah. What else am I saying? The Middle East could be significant as well. If so, there could be like a story could come out about like prisoners being raped, but this is like male prisoners being raped by a male soldier somewhere. Well, we're gonna get off of that. This is also a situation where there could have been like a legislator or a lawmaker, or somebody who has advocated against confirmation, who has advocated against same-sex marriage, or has or promotes traditional families. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I'm very bad about sharing. But somebody who promotes like more traditional relationships and everything, it could come out. You could find out that this person basically is on the down low themselves. And one of the reasons why they go so hard against, same-sex marriage and promote traditional family units is to basically mask the fact that they too are into the same sex. Somebody could be married, and yeah, their partner likes to dibble and dabble with some otherness. So to you think that you just have, a traditional, person. And your person could, behind closed doors, be into some kinky same-sex shit. Somebody definitely likes transsexuals, though. Like Thai boys could be significant. Somebody could be vacationing in Thailand. So this could be somebody's going to Thailand. Somebody's taking their wife to Thailand. And so, the wife is thinking, oh my goodness, what a beautiful place we're going to. We're going to Thailand. But the man is, had planned a trip to Thailand because he wants to basically sample the island delicacies. I think they call them katoi in Thailand. Lady boys, the third sex is what they call them. So somebody wants to, experience that. So you guys are in Thailand and everything, and and you're the woman, you want to see the sights, you want to go out, and he's basically keeping you in the hotel You know, y'all don't ever really go anywhere except for dinner. You all are staying at the resort. You know, he's basically leaving you alone and everything. Yeah, why? Because he's out doing his thing. All right. What what is the energy? I don't know. Yeah. And you're asking this person and you're questioning this person about their, you know, what it is that they're doing. Somebody is also trying to blend in. This is also a picture where somebody is trying to blend in, but they don't really feel comfortable in certain situations. So this could be a situation where somebody doesn't necessarily come from a professional, you know, office background, but somehow they are in that type of environment and setting. And so somebody is trying to assimilate or trying to act like, you know, it's normal. They're used to it and everything. Somebody feels very awkward in certain situations. I am after, at the end of the reading, I am. Somebody feels very awkward, you know, in certain social situations because they're not really used to it, or they're not really from that, even though they play the role like they are. Or, you know, somebody is very good at, what's the word, emulating other people. So this is somebody who will study other people to see how other people move, or, you know, try to emulate or participate in things that they think are going to put them in certain rooms or certain circles or certain situations and everything, but they really aren't about that, or they're really not confident because this is not who they are at their core. Somebody will be whomever you need them to be whenever you need them to be it. Somebody basically will change personas, change friend groups, just change up if they feel like it'll take them to the next level. I'm sorry, my ear is itching when I said that. If they feel like it'll take them to the next level. Also, somebody's skin, somebody is like coming up with stuff around their mouth and around their nose, around their like a rash or something like that. Somebody, I'm hearing somebody contracted something, but somebody could possibly be having an allergic reaction or outbreak, or some type of I said allergic reaction or something like that, or like, you know. This could be a situation where somebody will put their mouth on anybody, anything, or, you know, somebody basically that's what they're known for, or that's their claim to fame, or somebody is promiscuous, or somebody is like very somebody is a freak, somebody is nasty. And so perhaps, you know, somebody will perform sex, I don't know, somebody basically is not very discerning in their partners, and perhaps that's catching up to them at this time. Somebody could be noticing, like, you know, they have like a skin rash or bumps or something. There's something changing with somebody's skin. This could be on their eyelids, everything. I don't know. Somebody could have given the wrong person head. Also, somebody could be like ducking and dodging phone calls and stuff right now, because somebody was supposed to do something, provide something. Somebody talked as if they were, you know, they could make some shit shake, and they couldn't make anything shake. And so now people are starting to look and ask, like, well, where is this person at? This person said that they were going to be able to do this and they were going to be able to do that, but it hasn't happened yet. And somebody now, basically, because they don't know how to do it or they don't know what to do, or somebody has talked themselves into a box. Somebody could be in hiding right now. Not hiding like, but somebody is ducking and dodging phone calls. Somebody is trying to figure out how to make something happen. Somebody was supposed to seduce someone. Or somebody uses the power of seduction to get something or to do something. Perhaps somebody, claimed that they could seduce someone, or they could get someone whipped, or they could control someone, or I don't know. I'm hearing handle someone. I can get answers, or I could find out. Or so somebody basically, played like a double agent type of situation. Like they could have been, in cahoots with, one party to go against another party, or to infiltrate the other party. Somebody was a double agent. So somebody would go in between, or, somebody, like I said, was, supposed to go and possibly spy on someone, or a group for another group. Perhaps the way that this person has always been able to do that is through sex. So somebody uses sex as currency, or uses sex as a way to get people on their team, or get people to, I don't know. And this is somebody will have sex with whomever, man or woman. Somebody is nasty out here. Somebody's nasty ass ways are starting to catch up with them. Also, this person, there's somebody out here because they are so nasty, or because, there's something happening with somebody's skin. So this could be a situation where somebody has like bumps and stuff on their face. As a result, people don't want to, or this person's partner doesn't want to really have sex with them, or doesn't really want to deal with them because they're not really sure what's going on with them. Also, I'm hearing, hey, Heather, you are not there. I don't know what that means. We know what is your name? Vaisha? Ali, I am so sorry for anybody who is that SpongeBob? I am so sorry for anybody who comes in the middle of a reading for a sign and expects that I'm going to stop doing the reading just to give them or answer their questions. That's not how this works. So if you are here and you're listening to the reading and you have a question at the end of the reading, if you so happen to be here at the end of the reading and you want to ask a question, anybody who's familiar with my readings knows that I will answer a question for you. But I'm not going to stop the middle of a reading just to answer somebody's personal question. If you cannot wait before you leave, if you cannot wait until the end of the reading, you are more than welcome to drop your question in the chat. Be very vague, because I don't want you to put your business out there for the whole of YouTube to see. But you can drop your question in there, and then at the end of the reading, I will answer your question. I'll try to, keep it to a yes or no answer. And then that way you can come back to the reading, and then you can, hear the answer to your question. I hope that is sufficient for everybody. But I can't just keep, doing that, because then the readings turn into 2 hours and stuff. And now I'm only able to do like a reading a night. And that's no bueno. So, please feel free to leave their question in the chat and everything. And I will definitely answer it, So, all right, anyway, somebody is like, got some stuff going on with their face, period. Somebody has some stuff going on with their face, and now, this person doesn't want to necessarily be intimate with them. I'm hearing every time I fuck with you, I always end up with the itchy scratchy show. Or every time I mess with you, it's something I always got to go to the clinic. Somebody always has to go to the clinic after dealing with someone. So either someone has something and they've not been diagnosed with it yet, or so they don't know what it is, or or somebody has kept somebody at the clinic so many times before that they're just not going back again. Yeah, somebody has some shit going on. Somebody also could be not in hiding, but somebody could be like, off the scene right now because somebody does have something going on with them. And until they can get better or whatever, then they are going to stay out of the public. Somebody contracted something with a creep. With a little sneaky link. Well, back in my days, we used to call them creeps, but with the little sneaky link. Whoever this sneaky link was, this was some type of same-sex something or another. But whomever it was, somebody gave them something. Now, it's not fatal, but I don't think it's curable. Or they don't know what it is yet, but they know something is not right. This could be a heterosexual thing too, where somebody contracted something and the guy's like, well, you know what? There's something not right. Let me go to the doctor. Come on, we should go get tested together. Look, she like, I'm cool. You can go ahead. I'm good. I know I don't have nothing. You can go ahead though. Yeah. Somebody knows that some shit may not possibly be right. So this may not be where somebody could have given you something on purpose. It's that possibly they didn't know that they had something. They could have, maybe had a suspicion, but, for whatever the reason, they never got it checked out or whatever. And this person, so this could be like BV. Somebody could have had BV and gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's worried, though, that it could be more serious. Somebody basically, so this could be a situation where somebody noticed something on their face and they didn't think much of it, you know what I mean? And they didn't think much of it. But over time, it started to spread and it's gotten worse. It's not gotten any better. So this could be, where somebody like, say, somebody had like a bump. So they put like some, cortisone on or whatever the fuck you put on, like pimple cream or whatever. And, usually that will work. You know what I mean? But this is just not getting better. It's just like, okay, you put more and more cream on it, and instead of it going away, it looks like it's spreading. Somebody could also be having an allergic reaction to something where, it's tearing their skin up. So this, if this is not an Aries, this just may be, that somebody needs to go to the doctor. Aries does represent doctors and things like, the Emperor card represents doctors and things like that. So somebody may just need to go to the doctor. Somebody likes lady boys, period. I'm sorry. And whoever this lady boy is, this is not an attractive one. Meaning this is isn't the most attractive lady boy. Okay? But this looks like you would not know that this person was not a man. It looks like a woman, attractive or no. It looks like a woman. Okay, what we got going on for Aries? That's a lot. That's 34 minutes with just these 3 cards. What is this? January 5th could be significant. And this looks like 10. The number 10 could be significant. All right, we have situational single in the reverse. And what else? My Aries. Hey, to everybody that's on here, please Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if I resonate. All right. Well, at the bottom of the deck, we have retirement goals. So somebody's working hard. Somebody is trying to put in that work so that way they can retire. So we have situational single in the reverse. We have plastic smiles in the reverse. And then we have side hustle in the upright. All right. So going back to, I did say that somebody was supposed to be somebody's handler, or somebody was sent to extract information or to monitor what somebody was doing. I said somebody was like playing like the double agent type of role or something like that. Somebody basically could have got hip to this person's plan and everything. And so now the game that they were using on somebody no longer works. Somebody can see through this person. Somebody can see through some person's game. Like I said, somebody will use sex as currency. You know, there's somebody out there to achieve this end of being able to handle somebody or monitor somebody or keep tabs on somebody or learn somebody's secrets or learn somebody's trade secrets, find out who somebody's links are, is also what I'm hearing. Basically, you know, get the ups on somebody. Somebody would use sex to do that. Somebody can no longer do that. All right, so somebody no longer has that weapon in their arsenal because somebody could have contracted something. And if this is not contracted something, yeah, I mean, well, somebody did contract something, but somebody is basically now becoming known as having a dirty dick or a dirty coochie. Like, I'm hearing this nigga got a dirty dick. I did say somebody will put their mouth on anything. Somebody will sleep with anything. And now that's basically starting to catch up to somebody. And so now it's like, okay, well, you know, don't nobody want to fuck with that. Somebody also basically was as my uncle used to say, somebody was a cocksmith out here. So that's how somebody was. So this is a man out here who's a gigolo. Or this could be a female. But I'm more so getting, this could be either one. But somebody would either be like a gigolo or, you know, prostitute is such a strong word. But if the shoe fits, where somebody would use sex to be able to, you know, get money out of somebody or get favors out of somebody, get information out of somebody. And basically now this person has slid up into everyone, or this woman has sucked everyone off, or whatever it may be. And so now that's not working anymore. Somebody now basically has to work doubly hard to get half of what they used to get when they was out there on their knees. Because somebody can't do it anymore. First of all, because this person is played out. Somebody is played out. Like everybody has had this person. Or everybody has dealt with this person. Or everybody, you know, basically people know this person's game. So it's like people can see through this person, so that like they can't, like the game that they used to be able to coast off of and everything. People are hip to it. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool. Somebody can't keep somebody with sex anymore. That's for damn sure. Somebody cannot lie to someone anymore. Somebody cannot manipulate somebody anymore. Somebody basically has been found out. Somebody has shown their hand. Somebody, also, this is like somebody out here acting like a little bitch, too. So basically, somebody, you know, this is also a situation where you could have suspected that somebody in your life was like not really a friend or not really an ally, but like more like a secret foe, or an enemy, or like, not so much an enemy, well, could be, but that somebody wasn't who they said that they were to you. You know what I mean? Or you've done this to somebody, Aries, where you played the role like you were in somebody's corner, you were somebody's friend, you were somebody's ally. They could count on you, and everything. And basically, just over time, your behavior or somebody else's behavior has given away the game. So this could be a situation where, if you tell, your friend that you're dating somebody, or you bring them around, like your friend has an attitude, or your friend is sitting there trying to dry dish, and everything, or, say things to kind of like, make you look bad, or put your business out, something to just like, make you look bad. Or, this is like if you have a project, or if you have a plan or something like that, and you tell this person, you say, okay, well, I'm planning on doing this and everything, and this is what, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the project, and da-da-da-da-da, but don't say anything, like, keep this a secret, because da-da-da-da-da, and you tell this person is going to tell other people in hopes to basically sabotage you or sabotage her. So there's somebody out here who does not want somebody to shine more than them, or somebody is very jealous hearted as well. So this is somebody like, so in the very beginning, I said that somebody will basically sleep with whomever, do whatever it takes to get on top or to get ahead, at least, whatever. So this is more going back into that energy where somebody just has to be the top boy, top girl. Somebody has to be the number one, or you know what I'm saying, the center of attention, and they will do whatever they need to do to make sure that happens. If that means that they have to, if this is a man, and if it means he has to suck his male boss's dick to get that promotion, he's going to do that. If this is a female, and if she has to give her female supervisor some head in order to give it, to get ahead, that's what she'll do. Like, these are people, or this is somebody who, they have no limits. There are no limits. I'm getting hot. Hold on for a minute, y'all. So that lets me know I'm on point. These are people who, whatever it takes to get something done, they'll do it. If that means they got to push your ass off a cliff, they'll do that. So this is somebody who doesn't, when it's all said and done, they may say that they have friends, or they may say that they whatever, but if it comes down to them, to a friend, and their goal, shit, fuck that friend. Somebody is only loyal to themselves. Somebody does not know the word loyalty. Period. So I don't think that this is, this could be you, Aries, but Aries are pretty much loyal. But this is somebody, this person is loyal to themselves. Maybe to their kids. But if you are not their child, or, a family member, you don't have shit coming from this person. So if this person gets in a relationship with somebody, that's because the person that they're in a relationship, hey, in the black, Anethia Black, hey, thank you for joining. If this, if you can't do something for this person, they're not going to fool with you. And anybody that they do fool with does something for them, can provide something for them, period. Somebody is always in hustle mode, or somebody is always trying to figure out how to get to that next level, that next step. Somebody is always trying to figure out how they, hey, Angela, thank you for joining me. Somebody, I don't even know what the casket shit is, but okay, we're going to rock with that. It's probably, I hope it's directed towards Aries, but there's somebody, this person is always in hustle mode. So this is somebody, when they walk in the room, and they meet people, they can't enjoy actually meeting people because they're too busy trying to figure out, who they can use and what they can use somebody for. So this is somebody who's always working the room. This is somebody who's always working the room because somebody is always trying to figure out how they can work people. And the crazy thing about this situation right here, or whomever this person is, they do all of this to try to get ahead, but they never really get ahead. That's the thing. Look at this. This person has been doing this for so long. Look at this person's face. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this strategy was really working, hey, Elizabeth, if this strategy was really working, they may have had to, you know, seduce maybe one or two people to get what they needed. But this is not, you know, this is somebody who's had to do this dozens and dozens of times. That's usually because after a while, people can see through this person. So this person is not as shrewd or not as clever as they think that they are. So somebody believes that they are very cold or they're very clever in how they maneuver or how they move. And perhaps you can see through this person now, or perhaps, you know what I mean, like there's been a pattern and you've been able to recognize the pattern or recognize how they, you know, how they do things. Also, if somebody thought that they were going to seduce you to get one up on you or to learn your secrets or something like that, basically somebody is going to stop fooling with you because they realize now that you see through them and that basically they can't run that game. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that it's resonating. I hope that it does. I hope that I'm helping people, you know, letting people know. But whoever this is, they're going to leave you alone because they realize now that you see through them, the game isn't working anymore, or they're not going to be able to get what they had planned on getting out of you. So it doesn't make a difference. Like, it's like, why even fucking keep trying with this person, because I'm never going to get what I need to get. So somebody really thought that they were going to work you. I keep hearing popping my collar. I think it's by 3-6 Mafia. I'm not a big 3-6 Mafia fan, but I believe that ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. I've been working these hoes. So somebody basically, you know, realizes that they can't work you. You see through them now. You see that they're basically only there to get something from you. Whether it's swag, whether it's ideas, whether it's, you know, I'm more so getting ideas or swag or style. Like somebody, you know, wanted to copy your swag or your style or your ideas and kind of like take it and make it their own and then use that to try to get ahead or to try to impress people. And you could have caught on to this. So this could be like a situation where, you know, you all go out with your friend, and so you go to a store and you see a jacket, like, oh, I love this jacket. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get this jacket. I'm going to get this jacket. And you go and you get the jacket, right? And then 2 weeks later, this person has the same jacket. Oh, yeah, when I saw this jacket, I knew I had to have it and everything. And, you know, and this person is, you know, telling everybody how basically they saw the jacket first and, you know, and they just had to have the jacket and, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's really a good example, but, you know, something like that. Or somebody could like be around you and you are like, you know, you're like, you know, talking about a project or talking about an idea that you have, or, you know, talking about an idea that you have for something, right? And you're talking about it to this person or perhaps around this person, you know, and you're just like, you know, yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that. And it's going to be like this and it's going to be like that. And then the next thing you know, this person is basically pitching that same idea or, you know, talking about the same thing that you were just talking to them about and basically trying to present it as if it was their idea or their project or their plan. And you can find out that somebody basically was only hanging around you to get your ideas or to take your ideas. Somebody really does not know what they're doing. Somebody really is not about that life or about that whatever. Somebody basically talks a good game, and they talk so well, like I said in the very beginning of this reading, they talk so well that basically you would think that they knew what the fuck they were talking about, but really they don't. So everything that comes out of this person's mouth is something that they've heard from someplace else, or that they've gotten from someone else. But this person, if you were to put this person in a room, like I said, you know, somebody talks about how they could do the job and everything and how well they could do the job. And then you say, okay, you know what, somebody is so full of ideas. Yeah, because if I had this job, I would do this and I would do that and I would da 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 da. And that's only because they've heard other people talking about, you know, what they would do if they were in that position. And so you say, okay, that sounds really good. And so you give this person a position or you give this person a shot, and it's fucking crickets. They don't know what the fuck to do. And on top of that, they're really going to be lost because basically the idea factory that they were milking their ideas from has shut them off. So now somebody could be worried. So this could be a situation where somebody got a job, got a promotion and everything. Basically using the ideas that they got from someplace else. And so now they're in this job. And, you know, they've done cut or they've burned all the bridges with the people who really had the good ideas, because now people are starting to recognize them for what they are. And now they have no ideas. They can't come up with any ideas. And so now somebody's job could be in jeopardy too, because their work performance sucks. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Somebody basically talked themselves into like a higher level, a higher, like a management position, or like a, you know, a more middle management position. So this could be a situation where somebody, you know, talked the boss to death and told them how they would be such a great asset and such a great team leader and such a great project leader, and, you know, and basically pitching ideas that they've heard from somebody else. And then they get the job, and, you know, now it's time to do, like, you know, weekly reports and things like this. And this motherfucker can't even type. He doesn't even know how to use, or she doesn't even know how to use proper English. And the boss is like, what? This person comes in with like 12th grade level work or something like that, because basically, you know, they weren't trained in this. They didn't, you know, they're not prepared. They just whatever. Somebody thought that they would be able to talk their way, or somebody is not a professional con artist, but somebody is a con artist. Somebody had the gift of gab. Somebody could talk their way, you know, into anybody's pants at one point in time, or, you know, somebody could talk their way into anywhere. And now the time has come where they've talked themselves into something they cannot produce. I'm going to say it again. Somebody cannot put numbers on the board. So this is like, you know, say somebody is in the life, right? I'm hearing the 10 crack commandments and everything. What is it? Strictly for novice men, not for freshmen. What is it? Not commission, or... you know, where you get the product before you actually have to pay for it and everything. And what the biggie say, strictly for novice men, not for freshmen. Because if you don't have the clientele, say hell no. Because they gonna want their money, rain, sleet, hail, snow. And somebody did not tell somebody no. They led them to believe that they could move all this weight or all this product or all something. Somebody does not have the links. Somebody does not have the clientele, but most importantly, somebody does not have somebody's motherfucking money. And the fact that I just said that like that lets me know that somebody has called somebody looking for their motherfucking money. Nigga, where's my money? And somebody is trying to figure out how they gonna come up with somebody's money. Somebody is hiding out. I did say somebody was ducking and dodging. Somebody is ducking and dodging somebody. Somebody done already got beat up because they didn't have somebody's money. So whoever this person is, they owe big dollars, and they owe big dollars to the wrong people. Somebody is in hiding. Somebody, you won't see somebody. I'm here. You're not going to see somebody all summer long. Somebody is going to be in hiding all summer long until somebody gets the money. So somebody has been trying to put together deals, put together plays, put together something to come up with some money. Somebody does not have somebody's money. And I'm going to do you one better. Somebody, basically, I did say somebody would, like, you know, seduce their people into doing what they needed them to do. So this could be a situation where, say somebody is in a life and he would have this one, you know, this one over here and that one over here. Perhaps, and they would help him, you know, do his thing and make his money. He don't even have that anymore because somebody's dick is dirty. Somebody is not about to take those chances for somebody anymore. Somebody is not getting ready to put their freedom on the line. Somebody is done using their name, letting somebody use their house is what I'm hearing. Somebody is done putting shit in their name for someone. Somebody is done. Somebody is done. Somebody has no loyalty, period. Somebody has no loyalty. Somebody has no respect. None. I'm hearing like you couldn't even put a fucking condom on. Like you just don't give a fuck about me at all. This is a couple who basically led everybody to believe that they were just like this perfect couple, or everything from the outside looking in looked like it was just great and everything. Somebody is tired of playing that role. Somebody is not going to play that role anymore. Somebody doesn't want to. There's a woman who doesn't. She's done. She's done with this man. She don't want to do it. She's tired of it. She's tired of it. Somebody was supposed to come up with something. Somebody was supposed to give somebody some money. Somebody was supposed to help somebody out with some money, or somebody was supposed to give somebody some money, help somebody out with some money, or do something. Somebody was supposed to come through for someone, and they didn't. They talked all this shit, like I said, about how they would be able to do this and how they would be able to do that. And then when the time came down to it, they were nowhere to be found. They couldn't do it. So now somebody is ducking and dodging somebody. Somebody now has to scramble and figure out how they're going to come up with some money, because the person who promised them that they were going to help them out basically left them stranded. Yeah. What is the situational single in reverse? Somebody may appear like they're single on the outside, and somebody may have, so this could be, well, I'm just going to use, so this could be a gentleman and he's single, but he has like a lot of different women or whatever. Again, that could be because somebody is actually into the same sex. So technically somebody is not single because somebody has a same-sex lover or same-sex partner somewhere. It's just that they don't showcase this person or bring this person out into the forefront. Also, on the flip side, there's a woman out here who basically, so say, take everything that I said that this man does, if this is a man, and put it where there's a woman. There's a woman out here who basically, she dates a whole bunch of men, and that's so she can get what she needs to get out of somebody. But the reason why she's so effective in this is because she's actually a lesbian. So she can't get caught up. Her feelings can't get caught up. She can't get dick whipped. Nigga, she don't want what you got. All right, let's put some tarot on here. All right, what is the situational single and reverse for my Aries? We have the Knight of Swords. All right, give me one more for that. We have the Judgment card. Okay. With this Knight of Swords and this Judgment card and this situational single in the reverse, this is giving me where somebody basically has pledged their allegiance or whatever to their secret love. So this is somebody who basically is into the same sex, and their same sex partner can know that they're out here screwing around with, like, so say this is a man and this man is, you know, gay or, you know, on the down low, whatever it may be. And he has a same sex partner, right? They keep their love a secret, all right? Nobody knows that this person is, you know, whatever, into the same sex. But the same sex lover gives this man permission to go out here and mess around with girls. Because basically the girls are who moves the product for them, or the girl is, you know, providing something, all right, to this man, which basically is going to benefit the same sex lover in the end. And so they're cool with that. They know what it is. I mean, yeah, he might be out here fucking these girls, but he love me because, you know what I'm saying? He loved it, you know, not to get graphic, but that's what somebody could be saying. They're not worried. You know, it's just sex. I mean, I'm hearing somebody say it's just sex. It don't mean anything. He loves me. I'm who he wants to be with. Somebody has been able to go their whole lives doing this. And maybe when they met you, you were able to see through them and you were able to call it, or you were able to pick up on something. Hey, Dorothy. And you were able to pick up on it. You know what I mean? Like, and you ended things with this person. Because you started to see, like, there's something wrong with this person. And not just that, but, you know, this person is only around me or, you know, whatever, because they need something or they want something. Somebody has basically shown their true face to you already. And perhaps the first time you just, like, brushed it off as something else. Or they could have exhibited, you know, tendencies to make you question their sexuality or question their intentions. And perhaps, you know, because this person is so gifted at lying, or somebody is a gifted liar or whatever, that, you know, it was easy to kind of like rationalize away, you know, your doubts or your suspicions. But basically, you know, you can't anymore. All right, what is this plastic smiles in the reverse? Yeah, friends in name only. So this is a situation where you kind of knew that somebody was basically only hanging around you for whatever, to see what they could get. And so this is kind of like a situation where you kind of played them in reverse. Hey, Jean. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Where you kind of like played this person in reverse. So this is like somebody thought that they were playing you, but you know, the whole time you were kind of playing them. So this is somebody who, you know, could have thought that they were going to hang around you and take your ideas. And so you could have peeped this person, and you could have peeped what this, you know, what this person's game was. So basically you would give them ideas that had nothing to do with what it was you were really working on. So it's like, say if you were going to work on a project for the kids, all right, Operation Teddy Bear, where you were going to provide teddy bears to all the kids or some shit like that, right, in your neighborhood. you would tell this person like, yeah, I'm really working on this project, Operation Balloons. I want to give a balloon to every kid in the neighborhood. And so now this person is going to scramble and try to figure out how they can beat you to the punch and how they can, go and get all the kids balloons and shit like that. And so that way they could seem like, this was their idea and they are the hero or whatever. And the whole time you had a whole other idea. This is somebody this is somebody like that. All right, what is this? Plastic Smiles in the reverse. This man is like, are you coming or no? She's like, hell no. All right, we have Queen of Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If this is not a earth sign female, this can be someone who is of a lighter complexion, someone who is Caucasian. This could also be a woman who is very affluent or well off. I did say that somebody was a gigolo out here, and this was also, somebody's game. Somebody was, would use sex to try to, keep someone. Also, tulips could be significant. Red tulips, confirmation. Bleeding hearts could also be significant. Somebody basically, will deal or use their sex to, get women or get somebody hooked. So that way they could extract, some type of benefit for them. I'm hearing with this Queen of Pentacles, it could be money. This person has money. And so because this person has money, or, you could, perhaps this person has money, but they don't have anybody in their life. And so they need a companion, you know what I mean? And, because this person has such good, game, or, because this person's sex game is great, because, this is what somebody uses. This is, what they do, or they'll go to this person when they need financial help or something like that. This woman could be catching on now. But that's what, your game is, or you are catching on to somebody. You could be this Queen of Pentacles. Like, like somebody only comes around when they need money, or, yeah. I mean, conversely, you could have peeped game on this Queen of Pentacles. Put the energies where they, where they fit. Where somebody recognizes that this woman basically comes around when she needs something. And perhaps, you know what I'm saying, she, did that thing that you like. And as a result, because she does that thing that you like with everybody, somebody has caught a nasty little foot and mouth disease. All right, we have 8 of Wands. Somebody also made a decision. So if this is somebody basically has made a decision. So this Queen of Pentacles could be somebody's wife, somebody's partner. Somebody basically is going to spill the beans, or has made a decision to spill the beans. Also, if somebody is on the down low or whatever, somebody could be making a decision. If somebody is down low, but they have been playing the role like they are straight and they're in a relationship, somebody could be making a decision to basically come clean to their partner. Hey, Heather. But doesn't love you. I'm not telling you anything. So I don't know what you're talking about, baby. But somebody could be making the decision to come clean. You know what I mean? And let you know what it really is. You hear the dogs out there? All right, we have Ace of Pentacles. Oh, no, you're fine. But here's the thing. I want everybody, when you guys are listening to the readings, because I want everybody, not just for my readings, but for everybody's readings. Not every part of the reading is going to resonate with you, because keep in mind, there's like a million Aries out there. You know what I mean? And then also, this, what comes out in the reading doesn't necessarily have to be happening to you. So say like what I just said about, this woman, say, a Queen of Pentacles, you know what I'm saying? And she's going through this. And because you know her, she's telling you about this. And so now that's going to show up in your energy. So I don't want you all to, think that everything in a reading has got to be about you all, and then driving yourself crazy trying to like make a scenario fit you, or trying to figure out, well, is she talking about me, or is this talking about this, or is this talking about this? You'll know if it's talking about you, or you'll know if it's resonating with you, because you'll be able to feel it in your stomach, like, damn, this shit sounds super fucking familiar. So I don't want people to stress themselves out. Okay, I had a coworker actually say, I'm going to take your position. Okay. Now that part could be you. So stop sharing your ideas with this person. Okay. Because that's basically what we have been talking about, is that there's somebody out there who could be trying to take, someone's spot and using their ideas to do it. So this is somebody who basically is not talented, or not, like they wouldn't be able to go, with you toe to toe, in terms of intellect or job know-how or anything. So this is somebody who would have to try to sabotage you in some way. So this is somebody who will, like, be watching the clock to see what time you clock in, so if you clock in late, they're running the HR to let them know that, what I mean, you're like, she's milking the clock. She's 5 minutes late every day. Or, this is somebody that, like, if you have a report due, or, and you are a team leader, this is somebody who will do some shit like wipe your hard drive down, or, hide the papers or something, just anything to make you look bad. So be very careful about that, and be very careful around that person. Start documenting everything. All right. I hope that helps. All right. And then what is this Ace of Pentacles? We have the Magician card. At the bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Swords. So there is some type of karma, some type of worry. Somebody is worried out here, out here. Yeah, because somebody lies about how they make their money. Also, there's somebody out here who basically does perform sexual favors in order to get ahead. But I did say that. That's confirmation. Somebody lies. Somebody is a liar. Somebody will lie on you. Somebody can lie on their capabilities. Somebody is a liar. Period. Somebody's a liar. Also, okay. Okay, first of all, somebody could have tried to reconcile with someone, or somebody could be trying to give a situation another go. Okay. He just want to know if I should just let this go. Okay, baby, I'll answer it, okay? I got you, Vanderbilt. But somebody could have lied about you trying to work something out with this Queen of Pentacles, or trying to have like a new beginning with this Queen of Pentacles, trying to start over with this Queen of Pentacles. So this could be a situation where, you were seeing somebody, and then all of a sudden, so, okay, this person, so you're, okay, how can I start this? You were dealing with somebody, and that basically before you, they were dealing with somebody else, okay? And it was a meaningful relationship to this person. It was a long-term relationship, but, there were feelings there, right? And so they break up, and this, person, talks you to death about how they're over it, how they'll never go back, how they're ready to move on, how they want to move on with you, how, you know, this other person, blah, blah, they didn't do this or they didn't do that, da, 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 da. And basically how they want to, you know, have a real relationship with you, how, you know, they're done and this could be a situation where you say, well, are you sure that you're ready? Are you sure that you're done? Are you sure that, you know, you and this person are not going to get back together again type of situation? This motherfucker knows you to death. No, 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 no. No. Fuck her, fuck him, however it goes down. And lo and behold, you find out that basically he's sitting here trying to work it out with the very same person that he vowed to you that he was over and done with. And you can find this out. And so this is a situation where he's not calling anymore, or, you know, you guys are not spending as much time together. You call this person, you can't get him. It's like this person is ducking and dodging you. When you do get this person on the phone, it's like, well, where have you been? How, you know, da 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 da. Somebody is, you know, hitting you with the, I've been working. I've been real busy at work. Somebody has been whining and dining someone. That's the reason why they have been ducking and dodging you. So this is where somebody was supposed to give you some money. One of the reasons why they don't have any money was because they spent their money whining and dining someone, trying to impress this person or trying to win somebody back. So this could be a situation where, like, say it's the weekend, right? And usually, you know, you guys spend the weekend together, or you know, you see each other, you spend some time, but for the past couple of weekends, or not even for the past couple of weekends, we'll just say for this weekend, this person has been nowhere to be found. You call this person, it's ringing straight through, or it's going to voicemail. You know, like they'll call and they'll let the phone ring once and then hang up, you know, that type of shit or whatever. And then you call back and, you know, they answer, but you all are on the phone for all of like 2 minutes. That this person's got to go. They doing something. I'm here. I'm taking care of something. I'm doing something right now. Yeah, this person is, they're occupied. What you do this weekend? Oh, I had to work. Oh, I had to do this. I had to do that. Every weekend somebody has to work. No, somebody is out with their person. So somebody could have like a standing hotel appointment. Somebody is on a deal. Somebody basically has a standing hotel appointment with their same-sex lover. Doesn't necessarily have to be same sex, but so this is like, this person has a tendency to disappear. So like say all week long, I forget who else had this reading, but all week long, you know, you could talk to this person or however it goes down, but then come the weekend, you don't hear from them or really see them again until Sunday or Monday. So like you might talk to them Thursday, maybe Friday, you know what I'm saying? But after that, you won't hear from them again until like Sunday or Monday. If this isn't the same sex lover, somebody has basically got to go and spend time with their sugar mama. Somebody has a sugar mama out here. Somebody could have a sugar daddy, but somebody got a sugar something. Somebody definitely is trying to keep somebody from talking. Somebody's trying to keep somebody from finding out that they have, or that they have been dealing or has gone back to somebody. So this could be a situation where you could have been dealing with someone, and perhaps when you guys were dealing with one another, You could have had suspicions that your person was cheating on you or messing around with someone else, okay? And of course, again, they knowed you to death. No, 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 no. And so for whatever the reason, you and this person split up. Well, whilst you guys were split up, they went and basically slept with the same person that they fucking knowed you to death about, that they weren't dealing with, they weren't talking to, or whatever. All right? And so now you and this person are trying to work things out again. This person is shitting a brick because they don't want you to find out that they went and slept with the person whom you suspected that they were sleeping with all along, because they know that if you find this out, you're going to be done. So this is, somebody is basically trying to stay out the way. Somebody is trying to duck and dodge somebody to put distance between their old situation and their new situation. All right. All right, let's see what birthdays could be significant. Oh. So this is a situation where somebody is gay, but they have a sugar mama. I mean, but I've said that, so I don't need to say that again. Yeah. 19. 5. Somebody could be 34. The number 9. Somebody could be 35. That's a lot. I'm going to put these back. Somebody could also be 32. We have 22, and then we're fell on the floor. We have the number 7. At the bottom of the deck, we have the number 13. All right. July 5th, July 22nd, July 24th, July 21st, July 19th, July 9th could be significant. September 19th, September 7th, September 22nd, September 5th, September 21st, September 24th could be significant as well. May 22nd, May 21st, May 24th, May 7th, May 19th, and May 9th could be significant. All right, so I'm going to show you the date cards. All right, now let's do my oracles and see if we can get a little bit more detail on the people that we could be dealing with. Ooh. So a Capricorn, but that came out in reverse. Also, if this is not a Capricorn, somebody could possibly not be sick or say that they're not sick or they don't have anything. Also, somebody could be saying that they're not gay, but somebody could be dealing with the ill-ass Capricorn as well. Or somebody could have fallen out with a Capricorn, but a Capricorn could be significant. What else we have for my Aries? Okay. All right. Do a couple more. Ooh. Those all fell out, and do a couple more. All right, that's enough. At the bottom of the deck, we have this is a good move. All right, so hold on for 1 second. Let me grab these, and I'm gonna start. Well, I have to do my Tales from the Hood reading, and that's a collective reading, but that's when I pull names. So if there's some names you all want me to add, let me know. Okay. Your person could be in love or in a relationship with somebody else. We have baby boy. Virgo got this as well. So you could be dealing with a Virgo. Somebody could have just had a little boy. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. So everybody, shouts out to Ben. That's one of my subbies from my first channel. Yay, Ben. We done been through a lot, boo. We done been through a lot. I'm so excited. Yes, now we about to be litty. So now I know my channel is official because my Benjamin boo is back. I'm so happy. You just made my day. Like, you really made my day. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. I'm happy that you are home, dude. I promise you I am. You know you got your own personal genie over here, so we're going to make sure that you stay, you know, street side and everything. So, yay. Down low, I know you wouldn't. That's my guy. But we've been saying that. Somebody is stringing you along. Okay, the springtime could be significant. Well, we're in spring now, so something could basically like climax or culminate, you know, this spring. Somebody is very pissed off at you, collective. Salad. I did say that somebody does a lot with their mouth, okay? And that could be catching up with somebody. Somebody eats ass. Somebody will, yeah. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this person right here, this person, yeah. Somebody's mouth somebody has like a human petri dish for a mouth. Somebody's mouth is very fucking nasty. Somebody could be heartbroken over you. Somebody's mom is significant. Somebody could also be getting blackmailed. We have tomorrow in reverse, so something that was supposed to happen tomorrow, possibly. Love from, hey Carl, hey Australia. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that, you know, you enjoy the reading and everything, and I'm so happy to have you. Like, I'm so excited. I love when you guys join and interact with me. I just love the energy. I'm just like one big old love bug. I promise you I am. But something was supposed to happen tomorrow. Again, somebody going back to something. So this could be a situation where somebody was supposed to have something for you, and they've been promising you, like, yeah, I'll have it to you tomorrow. I'm going to give it to you tomorrow. I'm going to give it to you tomorrow. And, you know, tomorrow was approaching, and you calling this person, and this person is ducking and dodging your calls. This person is nowhere to be found because they don't have it. Yesterday, in the reverse, something was supposed to happen yesterday, and it didn't happen. So going back to, thank you. It grew out. It grew, and I actually cut quite a bit off, but yeah, it grew. Cause that's right. It's been about 2 years, hasn't it? Thank you, Carl. It's been like 2 years since I have done a live and you've been on there. So yeah, like, I'm so happy that you are home. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, Anita was on here too. Remember Anita? She was on here asking me about that damn man. So I have to answer her questions. All right, we have an older woman between the ages of 50 to 80 years old. I did say somebody has a sugar mama. Somebody will eat the shit out of somebody. That didn't sound right. Especially with everything going on with the whole Epstein. With the whole Epstein and the cannibalism. But that's what somebody does to make someone come off the money, or, you know, somebody is very good at that fellatio. And they will give it to anybody. Violent sex could also be on tap. And then, yeah, that's it. I did say yesterday in reverse. So what I was going to say was, so this could be going back to somebody was supposed to have something for you, and perhaps they were supposed to give it to you yesterday and they didn't. And so now you're like, well, no, tomorrow I'll have it to you tomorrow. I'll be able to give it to you tomorrow or whatever. Somebody is not going to be able to come through. Somebody does not have your money. They don't have it. I don't know when they're going to be able to get it, but they don't have it. So if you're looking for it, you're going to be mad because you're not going to get it. All right. So now that is that. Now let me get to these questions. All right. Anita said, who will marry her and when? I think she really thinks that I'm God. I don't know who's going to marry you. I don't know his name. But let's see. She wants to know about a soul contract. Is somebody going to marry Anita? I wouldn't know who's going to marry me. If I knew that, honey, we'd be in there. I just want to also let people know I am not God. I can read cards. Okay. So like, I don't make the energy. I can't you have people on here who are like, and I'm psychic to an extent, but you have people out here who are like, you know, who can scry and do stuff like that. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all like that. I don't really do that because I don't want to tell somebody the wrong thing. Now, what I can do is read the energy around and give you, you know, like kind of like a guide, but I'm not gonna lie to anybody and be up here like, yeah, his name is Mark and you're gonna marry da. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Anita and her husband. Anita and her husband. I ain't gonna take your money. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that's blasphemy. We don't blaspheme. No, that's heresy. All right, Anita. Anita's husband. I did pull the Chariot card. So for Anita, I got 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, King of Cups, 6 of Cups, and then the Chariot. This could be someone from her past. I don't know if she has kids. This could be her son's father. This could be a Cancer. At the bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and then the Fool card. And then the Tower. And then we have the Strength card. Okay. I can't tell you who's going to marry you, but what I can tell you is that somebody definitely betrayed someone by sleeping with a Leo or sleeping with a girl. And could possibly want to end the situation. So I don't know if this is somebody met somebody else and wants to end the situation, or if you were hoping that this person is going to come back to you and try to work it out with you. But I don't see marriage. But I do see a Leo and a Cancer. Who we have here? 8 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Tower card. Fool card. Either somebody only comes at night. So basically what I'm getting is you want to know if the person that you're dealing with is going to marry you. I don't think so. Basically, somebody comes at night and then they leave. So somebody is there for a good time, not a long time. As well, you can also find out this person is sleeping with somebody else. But I don't see marriage anytime soon. Okay. I do see a divorce. So, okay, what I'm getting instinctively is that you could have been with someone and I think that they could have possibly have met somebody else and they could have left. If they have come back to you, it's not anything substantial. It's basically they're just coming back to, basically have their cake and eat it too. But I don't see marriage anywhere. And I don't hear any names, but I do see a Cancer and a Leo. So I don't know if that helps. But I'm sure you're going to let me know, girl, next reading I have. All right. You said Sunny Hose will, if at pay, will confess his love to you in the future. Yes. And you guys will be together. Okay? All right. Like number 2, how would my Tuesday's endo practical exam go for me? Will it go well for me? All right. Well, Tuesday's endo practical exam. All right, somebody could be a Pisces as well. Somebody, well, I don't know about that, but I know that you could be thinking about reconciling with an old flame. This person could be a Aquarius as well. But let's see. Somebody could be pregnant. Or something about a baby. Alright. Oh, or somebody could find out the baby's not theirs. Alright, let's see. Will it go to practice? Test? Oh, the practical exam. No. No. Come on, y'all. Don't make me ask it, but I don't think so. Yeah, no. All right, let's see. All right. So you're telling me Aries, da 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 da. Okay. All right, does Merlin and Capricorn I'm getting yes. He does. Yes, he does. Right. You said L, Joe Door, I don't know what that means. Oh, she's going to turn into a frog in the wee hours. What? Oh, you said you got to open your eye. Wait. Who is this? L, she's going to turn into a frog in the wee hours. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But we're going to assume that you're not being mean and nasty. We're going to hope that you're not. All right. So before I go, I'm going to give, if anybody else has a really quick question they want to ask me before, not me, okay? Before You said you free. I know that's right, man. I know that's right. It's Saturday night. You got the whole world to go out and fuck up in it. Just be safe, okay? Because I want to see you here tomorrow. My Benjamin. That's my Benjamin. What? Yes. I'm so stoked. It's been a long... I do believe that they have like government agencies and stuff that really watch tarot channels and really try to like shadow ban people who can read, and those people who don't really have, issues with their channel. If you like really look at them, they, you said, what is Harley talking about with me? Okay. They all talk about like superficial fluff shit. You know what I mean? Like they'll pull a card and it'll be like the fool card. The fool, somebody is a fool out here. Yeah, and some, they like, you can tell that somebody picked up a tarot book and, learned like, what the definition or, like the general meaning is, and they basically give their readings, using those, using that, but it's not really, they really don't, they're not intuitive or whatever. And this is not to like criticize other readers or anything like that. So I don't want it to sound like that. But I say that to say that I know readers who are way colder than I am. And I'm a pretty decent reader. You know what I mean? And they all have problems with their channels. They don't have the subscribers that like a lot of the fluff readers have or something like that. And those people who are truly, truly, truly readers who can really, really, really see, they have all complained about being shadow banned or something happening with their channels or something like that. And I believe that to be true, because my first channel, I saw the whole shit happening in Gaza before it happened. I didn't know it was going to be in Gaza, obviously, but I did see something. And Benjamin, I don't know if you can remember this, but I was saying how, there was going to be problems in the Middle East, and there was going to be problems about rotten food. Like people were supposed to be providing aid, but the aid that they were providing was going to be like, scandalous or controversial and everything. So I do think that people who really can read, are being watched for sure, by the X-Men. But anyway, or the Men in Black. All right, and my Benjamin, you want to know what Harley is saying about you? I'm not going to use these cards. What is Harley saying about my Benjamin? That's a nice name, though. Person is not who they pretend to be, or who they lead you to believe they are. What came out, Papa, was behind the mask, catfish. Yeah, you remember that reading? Yeah. And were you there when I talked about bestiality? I said somebody was out here having sex with animals, and then I talked about cannibalism. I'm like, no, that can't be right. Like cannibalism, like that can't be right. And look, so, and after that, something happened to my channel, and I tried to get it back up and running, but I couldn't download, like I couldn't upload videos. Like I would literally have to leave my house if I wanted to upload anything. Like the shit was crazy for a second. So, special note, if you ever find yourself shadow banned out here, just go to Google Ads and take out a ad or something. They can't shadow ban you there. Can't shadow ban you then. All right. So we have catfish behind the mask, and then we have situationship. And then at the bottom of the deck, Pops, we have commitment issues. All right. So I don't think that what I'm getting is somebody could be kind of like giving you the runaround, or like not so much giving you the cold shoulder, but somebody could be like spinning you. So this could be like, I'm hearing you've been gone a long time. So this could be a situation where you could be trying to like rekindle or like restart something, rekindle something, or get back on track with someone. And this person could be like, yeah, you know, okay. So this could be a situation where, you know, we know your situation, right? And this person was supposed to be waiting, or, you know, this person could have waited, you know what I mean? And now that, you know, you guys have reconnected together, it just doesn't feel right. Something feels off. It doesn't feel the same. You could feel like maybe their feelings aren't what they used to be. Or, you know, but this person could be yesing you to death and telling you that everything is okay and nothing has changed and they still feel the same. And, you know, it's still us. I mean, I'm still here. It's still, you know, it's all love. You know, this doesn't, I mean, I don't know what, you know, what capacity this could be. And this could be a friend. This could be romantic. But somebody is different. It's not the same, but somebody is trying to... somebody is trying to like make it seem like it is. It's all good. It's all, you know, like it's not you, it's me. You know what I mean? Type of situation. I mean, maybe you did this to this person. Like they wanted, you know, they wanted to be back right, or, you know, get it back tight, and maybe, you know, your feelings have changed, but it's not what it's not what it used to be. It's not what it is. First of all, somebody is not ready for that. You or somebody else. Somebody is not ready for that. Somebody basically, they're not ready to hop back into the exact same situation. So this could be where, you know, you don't necessarily want to be completely finished with somebody, but it can't be, but it can't, okay, I'm not articulating myself. How can I say this? This could be a situation where you were dealing with somebody for a really long time, right? And things change. People change. Life changes. And the feelings just aren't there the way that they used to be. Maybe they're not as romantic as they once were. You know what I mean? You don't look at this person in the same way that you used to. However, you know, this could be where you're not ready to completely leave somebody alone, or, you know, cut them out of your life completely. So this could be like, you know, you have love for somebody, or, you know, like you trust this person is your friend, or you don't want to like completely cut this person out because, you know, maybe this, you know, this is the person who knows you better than anybody else in the world, or this is the one, you know, like this is a person who's a safe space or something like that for you. However, the way that you all used to be involved with each other, you can no longer do that, or you no longer want to have that type of dynamic with this person. So it's kind of like you haven't really said, I don't want to be with you. Your actions might show that you don't really fancy this person or want to be there like that, but you've not really articulated that to this person. And what's happening is this person could be kind of like trying to figure out what's wrong, or like they're trying to figure out like what should they do. Should I stay? Should I go? Like, you know, somebody's trying to figure out like what it is that you want from them. Well, does he want to be with me? Does he not want to be with me? I mean, you know what I mean? Does he just want to be friends, or like what does he want? And I'm getting that if you were honest with this person, it may go a lot better than you think it's going to go, because I'm thinking this person's feelings have changed as well. Both of you all's feelings have changed. However, her loyalty or their loyalty could be to you. Not could be, is to you. So they may not be like all passionate and love and everything, but if they're going to be involved with somebody, it's going to be you. You know what I'm saying? Like they'd rather try to work it out with you than go out there and find somebody else, if that makes sense. So I hear somebody like, well, what do you want to do? So do you just want to be friends, or do you like, what do you want to do? You want to be friends with benefits, or you just want to be friends, or like you want to make this work, you want to give this another shot? And I'm hearing somebody say, I mean, you know, I don't know right now. Like, you know, I'm trying to figure it out. Or, you know, I love you, I care about you. You know, I just don't know right now. So you could be like unsure about in which way you want to interact with someone. I think one thing is for certain, that in love passion or that fiery, you know, part of the relationship, that's over. Or that's not, or that's not there at this time. I'm going to say that. That's not there at this time. And so it's kind of like they're trying to figure out what you're going to do. But I'm also getting that perhaps you don't necessarily really want to say anything all like that, because you don't necessarily want to, you don't know if you're really ready to not have this person in your life in that way. So this could have been somebody who's like held you down, who's been by your side, who's been like a safety net. So the juice is loose. That's right. Yeah, you got things to go fuck up. And so this person is basically trying to figure out, you know, whether or not they should stay or whether or not they should go, whether or not they should give you this time or whether or not. And I think that if you were to talk to this person and be honest about it, that she would probably be a lot more understanding than you think. Somebody has gotten used to, just like you've gotten used to, you, or, you know, maybe you've not gotten used to being alone, but this person has gotten used to being alone. This person has gotten used to living their life for them for the most part. You know, not to say that this person went out there and was involved with anybody, but, you know, like when you don't have to worry about cooking for nobody or washing anybody's clothes or running somebody here and there, or you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, for example, my son went away to school, you know, last year, right? I'm an empty nester now. So on the one hand, I miss my son, you know what I mean? That's my kid. But on the other hand, I like not having to, you know, worry about hounding somebody to do the fucking homework, or, you know, worrying about making sure that we have food on the table, or I have enough money to feed 2 people instead of 1. And, you know, it's like that. So somebody kind of got used to being single, living single. And they're not too sure they want to go back to, you know what I'm saying? Being responsible for somebody else. Because being in a couple, you know, being part of a couple, that's a fucking responsibility. You're responsible, you know, whether you're married or not. If you really care about somebody, you're responsible for their happiness in a way. Not saying that you're happy, you know, that somebody else's happiness should be, you know, your sole responsibility. But if you're dealing with somebody, I mean, obviously, you know, it may not be your responsibility to make, you know, somebody happy, but it's definitely your responsibility not to make somebody unhappy type of situation. So a lot goes into being in a couple. And I don't think that this person is really, you know, ready to just jump back in and have to do, you know, your stanky laundry and everything. And, you know, put the toilet seat down every time they go to the bathroom and all that. So I think that if you are honest with this person and you tell this person, you know, what's really going on, I think that you will be, I'm hearing a sigh of relief. You'll be relieved. Now, what I will say about this is don't go out there and don't go but so hard, because come the fall time, something could happen where your feelings could change. And I don't know if it's going to be because, you know, the seasons are going to change and it's going to be cuffing season. But come fall time, your feelings could change. So be mindful of how you handle this situation. If you are not sure that you are completely done with it, because you'll fuck around and go out there and you'll lose your girl. So whatever it is that you do, you be as respectful as you can be, is what I'm hearing. You be as respectful as you can be. This person, this summer is going to be a test. So basically, while you worried about your freedom and everything, she's going to be sitting and watching how you move. Okay? She's going to be watching how you move. And if you move too reckless out here, you're not going to have to worry about her. You're not. She could have long hair, like wavy, curly. Or like, you know, if it's a wig or whatever, like, you know, the Hawaiian silky wavy. Or she could have braids, like with the, you know, like the wavy curly braids or whatever. But if you move wrong, if you do too much out here, you're going to fuck around and lose her. You took her through some stuff prior to you all being separated. So she stuck, or she, you know, she basically stood strong, but she kind of had doubts even back then. But somebody she loves you, or she's very loyal to you. Or it just could be a matter of you guys just have all of this history together. Which is why she stayed or why she stuck around. But this is also someone that, so like you are getting older and you are saying, you know, okay, I want to experience new things, or I want to, you know what I'm saying, get out here and I don't want to be responsible for whatever. She's saying, okay, I'm getting older now. And, you know, I want things, and I have things that I want to accomplish, or there's certain milestones that I want to achieve in my life. And I'm getting older now. So she's starting to look at that. So she's starting to look at it as she has less and less time to be fucking dicking around with somebody who ain't sure whether or not they want to be with her. So what I will say is, do your thing. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. But if you want to be whatever, she can tolerate that. If she finds out about another woman, I don't think she's going to be able to stomach that, baby. At all. And you will find yourself very lonely. Not only will you find yourself lonely, but it's going to be a long time before you find somebody that's going to hold you down. even the way you curse is foul. So this person, this GS tattoo person, this is a troll. This person like will come on the thing and just, I don't even know why they even insist on coming on the channel. It's like really kind of disgusting, but they've got nothing else to do with their time. But yeah, this person held you down. You're not going to you'll find a real one. You can find another. What did Wale say? You might find somebody, but you'll never find another. And I'm not saying you won't find another, but it'll be a long time before you do. So be very careful about how you handle this situation, because this summer is going to make or break this situation, for better or for worse. But whatever it is going to be permanent. So if you guys end it, or if that's what happens, it's going to be permanent. Also, somebody could be battling a heroin addiction too. So I don't know if that's relevant to you, Pops. Yeah, be very mindful about how you move, how you handle things, how you handle her. So I'm getting like, even if this is not who you want to be with right now, you still treat her as if she is the queen bee. Don't get out here and lose your fucking mind, as men tend to do. Don't get disrespectful. Do not. Yeah. She's just gonna be watching you. She's just gonna be watching you and watching to see how you move. You know what I'm saying? Like watching to see how you handle her. So this is gonna be like, okay, now he's home. I want to see like how much he really da 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 da. Just be mindful. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because you don't want to be locked down. You don't want to be tied down. Yeah, you don't want to be tied, which is understandable. It's understandable. It is understandable. She more so was looking at it like, you know, I'm going to let him have his fun right now because he deserves it type of thing. But if she finds out that basically you're doing all this because you have ambitions of sleeping with somebody else and having other women, and she finds out about it, yeah, she's that's gonna be a wrap, baby. Yeah. So I hope that helped my Benjamin. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so excited and everything. Did I answer everybody's question? I hope I did. That GS tattoo guy, like I don't know who he is, but he's crazy. I think that, remember I was just saying, I think the YouTube really watches, and like I think that they send trolls to like troll people, to troll readers, to kind of like debunk the readings and everything. I do. I really believe that. Okay. All right, everybody. Hey, Claudie Claude. Thank you for, you said she could wrap it up now. Hey, Claudie Claude. Claudie, is it Claudie? Claudie Claude. But thank you for joining me again. Welcome back and everything. Okay, we're at 2 hours, you all. All right, I have to sit and write, I'm going to sit here and write a law and everything. So I got to get in my zone. So anyway, until the next time, I will see you guys again. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to probably come on, not probably, I will come on tomorrow and do 2 more readings and everything. Hey, Michael. Thank you. Said this message was approved, huh? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad to see you guys back. Mwah. You guys just made my night, for real, for real. Like, you guys really did. I'm like loving the energy. And I'll be back tomorrow night, guys. I promise, okay? And then we'll do some more. And I'm trying to hurry up and get everybody sign out the way so we can do our Tales from the Hood reading. Benjamin, you remember the Tales from the Hood reading? That's when we get into like the shit really comes out and everything. So those are very interesting. And that's when I use the Stankonia box, and that box has like, thank you, Miss Vanderbilt. That box has names and, just like thoughts and stuff like that in it. So it's a very interesting reading. So, those are my Stankonia readings. So hopefully this week I can get done. So next week it can just be like Tales from the Hood readings. And I think you guys are going to really, really, you remember Stankonia? Got to get the Stankonia, baby. I think you guys are going to really, really, really enjoy those readings. So again, if there's like names and stuff you want me to put in the box, please let me know. I'm definitely going to try to remember some of the names that came out in this thread, so that way I can add them to the box and everything. So, and until tomorrow, I will see you guys later. Have a great Saturday. Everybody be safe. If you're going to the bar, have one for me. Don't drink and drive. Don't bust anybody in the head with anything. And deuces.